Hello everyone. For today's demo, I'll be walking you through Travel Expense Management Solution, a powerful, control-driven solution built on top of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central, brought to you by Quantum Quad Solutions. If your organization struggles with tracking employee travel expense cost, managing approvals, and ensuring policy compliances, this solution is built exactly for you. Let's get started. So, what exactly is a travel expense management solution? At its core, it's a fully integrated end-to-end solution that helps your organization plan, manage, and reimburse employee travel expenses with complete transparency. From the moment a trip is planned to the final reimbursement, every step is handled within a single unified system. It covers trip planning, policy-based allowances, expense submission, approval workflows, and lastly, financial tracking. With automated workflows and built-in audit traceability, it eliminates manual work, ensures your team stays within policy, and gives finance team full control over travel expense. This is the travel expense dashboard, your command center for everything travel related. At the top, you can see 4 key metrics: monthly expenses, reimbursements, pending approvals, and year-to-date total standing. Below that, you have a clear breakdown of expense category, from accommodation and dinner to local transport and travel, each with their exact amount visualized in a clean donut chart. On the right, the trip documents panel shows you how many trips are currently in planning, which ones are finished, and how many have been claimed. Everything you need at a single glance. Further scrolling down the dashboard, you get even more deeper insights. The 6 months travel expense trend graph shows you a side-by-side comparison of total expenses versus the reimbursement amount over time. So your finance team can spot patterns, manage budget forecasts, and stay ahead of costs. On the right hand side, the approval status section gives you a real-time view of how many expense requests are awaited from the manager's view and how many are pending your own approval. Zero delays, zero confusion. And at the right at the bottom, recent expenses keeps a live log of the latest entries, so nothing ever slips through the cracks. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful features, the expense policy engine. Now, this is exactly where your organization defines the rule. Every expense category, every employee designation, every mode of travel is all configured right here. These policies are fully customizable, and once set, the system enforces them automatically. Thus, no manual checks, no policy violation slip-ups. Next, we have a day-to-day expense section, your real-time tracker for all the activities and historical trips. At the top, a quick summary tells you the total trips, total pending amount, and total actuals, and reimbursements are separately tracked. Below, a powerful search and filter bar lets you quickly find any trip by ID, employee name, or destination. You can filter status by country and expense month, making expense management faster and effortless even across large teams. Every row in the list shows you the trip ID, employee destination, expense month, total allowance, actual spends, reimbursement amount, and lastly current status, all at one glance. Here's what a detailed expense record looks like. The trip overview section clearly shows the employee destination, actual travel dates, and the claimed date. On the right hand side, a financial summary gives you an instant overview of the actual expenses, total allowances, what's reimbursed, and total payable. Below, the expense detail section lists every individual expense line, the type, description, journey, date, allowance rate, and actual spending. You can add expenses or click calculate allowance to automatically apply the policy rates in the real time. This level of details ensure complete auditability and zero ambiguity, both for employees as well as for the finance team. Now, before a trip even begins, employees uses the trip planning module to plan ahead. Here you can see 4 planned trips, domestic and international. Each trip entry shows the trip type, whether it's domestic single city or international, the trip ID, purpose, employee, destination, journey route, planned dates, and the pre-calculated allowance. This advanced planning ensures employees know their budgets before they travel, and managers can approve trips before any money is actually spent. Let's open a planned trip. The trip that you can see on the dashboard is a domestic single city trip for a factory visit from Ahmedabad to Morbi. The trip overview clearly outlines the purpose, employee designation, destination, journey, and travel dates. On the right, the finance summary shows the total allowance along with the advanced tracking, requested, approved, and paid. In the expense details section, the employee can add individual expenses, add multiple entries in bulk, or click calculate allowances to instantly compute what they have been entitled to based on the policies we have already configured earlier. The system automatically maps the right policy to this employee's designation, city grade, and mode of travel. No manual lookups, no human errors. Now, once the trip is completed, it's moved to the finished trip section. Here you can clearly see 9 completed trips with the total actual spending amount. Each record shows trip type, linked trip plan ID, purpose, employees, destination, journey, actual duration, total allowances, and total actuals. This section acts as a bridge between a complete journey and the formal claim process. Managers can review what actually happened versus what was planned before approving the reimbursement. Let's look at a complete trip in detail. This particular trip that you can see on the dashboard is a client visit from Manhattan to Brooklyn. The system shows actual travel dates, claim date, and on the right the financial summary with the actual expenses. Down in the expense details you can see the local transportation domestic expense, but the actual expense was $150. The system calculates the reimbursement amount automatically, and the employee can request approval within a single click. Notice the action button, add expense, add multiple expenses, add company expenses, and calculate allowance. Gives employees full flexibility while keeping finances in control. Once the finished trip is submitted for reimbursement, it moves here to the claimed trips section. This is the final stage before payment. Each entry shows the trip type, trip ID, linked plan number, purpose, employee, destination, journey route, and duration. This complete life cycle from planning to finished to claimed ensures nothing is ever lost, forgotten, or disputed. Now, this is what a claim trip looks like. This is the level of transparency and control your finance team has been waiting for. And finally, the travel expense report, a clean, professional, print-ready document generated directly from the system. This report shows the document number, employee ID, expense type, category, allowance, actual expenses, and lastly, reimbursement amount, all in one place. Branded with your company's logo, For the demonstration purpose, we have kept Quantum Code Solutions logo and ready to be shared with auditors, management or finance team. No more manual complaining spreadsheets, no more chasing employees for receipts. The report is generated within seconds, accurate, complete, and lastly, fully compliable. And that's travel expense management, everyone, now available on Microsoft App Store. A complete, intelligent, policy-driven solution that takes your travel expense process from chaos to complete control. From trip planning and pre-approvals to real-time expense tracking, automated allowance calculations, and audit-ready reports. Everything your organization needs is right here, seamlessly embedded in Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. If you are ready to take control of your travel expenses, visit us on Microsoft App Store or reach out to Quantum Code Solutions team today. Let's simplify travel together. Thanks for watching.